Shadows of the past early life of Arya. The secret friend. In the dimly lit kitchen of the grand estate, Daniel, the young stable hand, carefully filled a small basket with leftover pastries and fruits from the day's breakfast spread. His movements were swift and stealthy, practiced from years of sneaking food for himself and now for someone else. As he worked, a small smile played on his lips, a rare moment of happiness in the midst of his mundane existence. Arya, the young maid who toiled tirelessly in the kitchen, emerged from the shadows, her eyes lighting up at the sight of Daniel. He held out the basket to her, his eyes twinkling with mischief. "For you," he whispered, his voice barely above a breath. Arya's face broke into a grateful smile as she accepted the offering. "Thank you, Daniel," she whispered back, her voice filled with warmth and appreciation. Their secret exchanges had become a lifeline for Arya, a small reprieve from the harsh reality of her daily life. Daniel's acts of kindness, though simple, meant the world to her, offering a glimmer of hope in the darkness. As they sat together in the quiet corner of the kitchen, Arya and Daniel shared stories and dreams, their voices low and filled with longing. Daniel spoke of his childhood in the countryside, of running free through fields of wildflowers and dreaming of a life beyond the confines of his station. Arya, in turn, shared memories of her mother, of laughter and love, and of the dreams they had once shared together. Their conversations were a balm to their weary souls, a reminder that they were not alone in their struggles. In each other, they found solace and understanding, a connection that transcended the boundaries of class and circumstance. But their moments of respite did not go unnoticed. Margaret, Arya's stepmother, had grown increasingly suspicious of her occasional disappearances. She watched Arya with narrowed eyes, her sharp gaze following her every move. One evening, as Arya slipped away to meet Daniel in their secret corner of the kitchen, Margaret lingered in the shadows, her suspicions confirmed. She had long suspected that Arya was up to something, and now she was determined to uncover the truth. As Arya and Daniel exchanged whispered words and shared their meager meal, Margaret crept closer, her presence unnoticed in the darkness. She listened intently, her ears straining to catch their conversation. Suddenly, a floorboard creaked beneath Margaret's foot, betraying her presence. Arya and Daniel froze, their hearts pounding in their chests. Slowly, they turned to face Margaret, her figure looming in the shadows like a specter. "What are you doing here?" Margaret demanded, her voice sharp and accusatory. Arya's mind raced, searching for a plausible explanation. She opened her mouth to speak, but no words came out. Daniel stepped forward, his posture defiant. "We were just..." "Enough," Margaret interrupted, her eyes flashing with anger. "I know what you're up to, Arya. Sneaking around with a stable hand, sharing secrets like a pair of mischievous children. I won't have it." Arya's heart sank as Margaret's words washed over her. She knew that her stepmother's wrath could be swift and unforgiving, but she had never imagined that their innocent exchanges would draw such ire. With a dismissive wave of her hand, Margaret turned on her heel and stalked away, leaving Arya and Daniel alone in the darkness. Their moment of camaraderie had been shattered, replaced by a palpable sense of fear and uncertainty. But even in the face of Margaret's disapproval, Arya and Daniel refused to be deterred. Their bond was stronger than ever, forged in the crucible of adversity. As they stood together in the quiet of the kitchen, they knew that no matter what trials lay ahead, they would face them together, united in their shared dreams and unwavering resolve.